my name is Cupicate, and welcome back to WolfQuest Forged in Tragedy. So we're back with Mikael, of course, and Kirby, his mate, and their beautiful puppies who are getting so big. Look at this. Potato is 17.9, Redwood 17.6, Rava 17.9, Birch 17.5, Heather 17.4, and Bramble 17.5. Heather is no longer sick and recovering. All of the pups are doing so very well. I don't think that we are going to end in this episode, but we shall see. We did just sleep, so we don't have to sleep for a while. However, the pups are out of food. They need more food. And our territory is weakening, so that's what we're going to be working on first thing. How is Kirby's hunger? Oh yeah, she could definitely eat. So we're going to take her with us. And then we're going to roll to see if Mikael's grief is affecting him today or if he's going to have an easier day. So I rolled a 2. Looks like we're going to stay on challenging, which is not too bad. I'm currently following some elk scent, trying to get our adult wolves fed. They are quite hungry. This is bull elk, though. I don't know if we want to get a bull elk. Looks like we've made it to the herd right against the lake over here. Now to find a weak one, which at this time of year is harder than it looks. Nice! Oh my gosh, these two hunt so well. And we're in a baby area. This is perfect. So we can feed ourselves and feed our pups. Already this morning is looking really, really easy for our wolves. Kirby's very happy right now. She was quite hungry, although Mikael was even more hungry than she was. It's so weird not to have to keep him full like we did in the first playthrough. All right, let's find this baby. Oh my gosh, it took an embarrassingly long amount of time and 3 separate moms to find one fawn baby. It did not work out. Poor Mikael, his luck dried up right after that elk mom that they took down. Woo boy. I was like, seriously? How can I not find these babies? Oh, and our affinity is horrible. We're gonna have to fix that before we like go out and do anything. We may even have to sleep. Mikael still needs to go to Aspen's old dens. Oh, jeez. Hello, loves. I have finally brought food. There you go. Go eat. Oh my goodness. I'm sure Kirby's like, oh, I can keep some of my food. Thank you. What, is Mom's better than the food I brought? It's fresh, though. It looks like poor Heather is still trying to recover, so Mikael's laying next to her to bring her some comforts. All of the pups are above 90. Heather's already doing a lot better, but since they are above 90, we will go ahead and let our boy sleep. I think tomorrow he's going to try and visit one of Aspen's dens. Wow, snowfall. And take some more Crevice Lake territory. Oh, they were all sleeping around their dad. That is so cute. And now that the pups are fully fed and we raised affinity just a little bit, Mikael is going to head down towards where he knows Aspen's dens are and do just a moment of almost meditation, kind of like how we've been doing with Seraph, to reconnect with his lost brother and think about Teo. That is strange. I have no idea why those elk are running. Oh, it must be wolves. Who are they? Oh, slip and slide. No big deal. No big deal. They were chasing that elk herd. I actually thought it was Junction Butte, so I got a little nervous, but I took the spot, but it happened to be slip and slide anyway. And here we are at Aspen's old den. Was also Teo's old den. And Mikael can still smell Teo and his family in the dust of the ground and the roots of this old trunk. He misses how it used to be when he was young. He almost envies his own puppies and wishes that things could have been different. His family is so big, but it still feels so small. He wanted to have a better relationship with his brothers, and now one is lost forever, and the other is still so very unsure. And Mikael doesn't know whether he should be more forceful with Teo or let Teo come to him. But he knows that he wants to fix things. He wants his family to be big. And in some ways, without Mikael even really knowing about Eartha and her goal of wanting the packs to be united, somewhere deep in Mikael's heart, he feels like, especially with his family, they were all supposed to be together. That it wasn't supposed to be something like they all go their own way and then become enemies for territory later on. He wanted to always be close to his mother, to be close to all his brothers. But life didn't exactly turn out that way. And Mikael has returned to his family with some fresh food. He knew that they would be out of food. Kirby, that is not yours to eat. Did you see her? She was like, for me? And Mikael was like, no. I feel like sometimes he has to remind her, like, you're a grown adult. You can go get food for yourself. But he did tell her to stay here, to be fair. They'll probably go eat in the morning. All right, and we're letting Mikael sleep for the moment. He's very, very tired. He didn't get to go to the second den site, and we are running out of time to do that. But I think we can still get it done before these pups become 20 pounds, I hope. When we wake up, I hope I'm not extremely surprised. Okay, well, this changes things. Potato and Rava are already over 19 pounds. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Okay. So then, yes, we are really running out of time. I think that we may go eat and take Kirby to go eat after the pups have eaten. And then we need to go to that den and take as much Crevice Lake territory as we can before these pups grow up. So I'm going to play with them, try and get that affinity up as high as I possibly can so I have time to be away from them. Oh, Kirby! She was happy to see Mikael playing with the pups. Oh, I'm so glad they have food. Well, it looks like Kirby actually went off on her own, which may be a good thing. I think Mikael's going to come up here, snag a bite from this elk carcass, take a few Crevice Lake hexes, and then go all the way down to the other den site for Aspen. So I've learned with mom bears, you almost have to bum rush them enough times that they get scared and then they go away. I would never, however, suggest doing that in accurate, because if you do get hit, it could literally be one hit and you're gone forever. So be careful doing that in accurate. But I just kept running into her face and then running back, and she did not like that at all. And she ended up running away. So just a friendly cuppy tip of the day. Nice! My gosh, Mikael. I guess he's just gonna go drop this off at the rendezvous site before he goes down to Aspen's old den. Here you go, pups. I don't think it would hurt to honestly play with them a little bit as well. Get that affinity back up since Kirby's not back yet. Perfect. So they are fully fed. Affinity's back up a little bit. I really, really wanted to go edge into Crevice Lake today, but I think that if we want for Mikael to get over his grief, then he needs to complete this task. Otherwise, it'll still haunt him, and it may haunt him anyway, but for right now, with the way that we roll, it is haunting him on the days that we roll really badly. So perhaps we could change it where he's more likely to have a challenging day than an accurate day, and see how that goes. And the better his grief gets, or the better he gets at handling his grief, the better he has for rolls. So y'all, I was thinking of a really interesting quirk, which would actually be more of a flaw. A flaw for a wolf. It would be really interesting if every time a wolf hit 0% wakefulness, if they had to drop and sleep wherever they were. Didn't matter where they were. They would have to drop and sleep. Could be in the middle of a hunt, could be on their way home, trying to get home in time. Doesn't matter. 0% has to drop and sleep. What would happen? So I guess as a player, you would have to really plan out your day and make sure that you're at a good percentage to head home, and you would have to sleep while you still had some of a purple bar. But I was just thinking of that because I'm like, man, I usually run Mikael into the ground as far as wakefulness goes. In fact, I do that with pretty much most of our wolves. I kind of just run them into the ground where they're 0% almost all the time, and I'm like, what would happen if you played like that? Would you lose pups if you weren't careful that you didn't come home in time? So it's just a thought, and we might think about that for some of the pups that we play in the future. Oh wow, I was just taking this hex and I just turned slightly and there was the den. I like accidentally ran into it. I knew I was heading in the right direction, but it was still really cool to just turn and see it there. And that is where Mikael is going to head now. And so now Mikael lies here and he knows it's getting closer and closer to having to leave with his pups, coming into age of being able to hunt and learn the ways of a wolf, to take care of themselves when they become adults and have pups. And so he's really taking his time here, sniffing the air, sniffing the rotting of the roots above him. And he feels at peace rather than grief. Almost like a letting go sensation. He's realizing that Aspen may physically be gone, but a part of him will forever live in Mikael and Teo. And so at this point, Mikael knows that he needs Teo. He needs to have a relationship with his brother, because that's what Aspen would have wanted. And Mikael doesn't know this yet, and I'm not even sure if Teo does too, but they need each other to get their goals, to achieve their life goals, both of them. They need each other. And Mikael's realizing even before Teo that this has to happen soon. I have big plans for them, assuming that gameplay works out as well as I'm hoping. But they don't know any of those plans. Y'all don't know any of those plans, but I do. And so hopefully we see them through this and they don't perish suddenly to a bear. Because anything can happen. That's the cool thing about this game. I may have plans that I want to see these wolves go through, but if something happens and a bear attacks and either they die or their mate dies, I kind of have to go in and rewrite some things, but it keeps it interesting, and I think that's what I love about the way that we're doing this together. And then when y'all give me ideas in the comments, sometimes I move things around because I'm like, they have me beat on this one. They've got a better story than I do on this one, and it makes it cool for us to work together. Well, Mikael has finally let go. Not in a bad way. It's almost like letting go knowing that he doesn't have to let go, if that makes sense. And so he's gonna head back towards his family, but he might actually sleep out in the field today. Or maybe he'll sleep right here. Honestly, I think that would be great for him to sleep right here one final time. Oh my gosh. These pups. All right, they're gonna be hungry. We gotta bring them back some food. And not only that, we gotta hurry because they're almost 20 pounds. Oh my gosh, we might actually end in this episode. I really thought we had one more episode. Apparently we don't. The mule deer have fawns now. Yes! You guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened, but my recording stopped after I got the fawn, after chasing the deer. Please excuse my nails. I'm going to get them done tomorrow. But yes, it like stopped for some reason. I think I went to unmute myself and I accidentally hit the stop recording button, so shame on me. Nothing much actually happened after I got the fawn. I essentially took the fawn back to the pups. And then I went and I took 3 hexes where that 9%, 65%, and 66% is all the way on the left side of the map. I took those 3 hexes, I ran back, I passed out, and I grew the pups up. And that's where it saved. So you didn't miss much. After the fawn, I really only took 3 Crevice Lake hexes, came back, slept twice, I think. This was the second time I slept. And the pups grew up. I'm so sorry that you missed a little bit of that. I think I did some talking in between when I was taking hexes, but oh well, it's totally fine. Please forgive me, I'm so sorry. But the pups have grown up. They are so big now, especially Potato. And Rava. Rava was quite the big girl. I cannot wait to see what her stats are and how it fits with her being so big, especially as a female. I think that's super neat. Oh, but I'm mortified that I lost some of that footage. I have got to be so careful when I'm pressing buttons. But regardless, this family has grown up. They are ready to move to start the next part of their life where they learn how to take care of themselves with hunting, how to protect themselves with fighting, and how to be a wolf. So that one day, maybe we play one of these pups and see where they go from there. But Mikael's gonna wolf them into the grass one last time. And we're gonna say our goodbyes for now until we get to grow the pups up in the next episode, the very last episode of Forged in Tragedy. I sincerely hope you liked this episode, even though it got a weird cut in the end. I hope you liked this series. Mikael got a lot of love this series, and I think he deserved it. Especially since the very first series, Brothers Rivalry, I think Aspen was definitely the favorite, probably because he was such an underdog, which was so humorous since I thought Mikael was going to be the underdog, but he ended up coming through and being quite the king of the plains, the forest of Yellowstone. So if you did like this series, make sure you tickle and poke that like button. Don't forget to join the family. Hit that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed. We have an amazing community and I would love for you to be a part of it. And then jingle that bell so you're notified. The coyotes just wanted to help. So you're notified when horrible things happen or when we have new episodes of the series. Where are you? Go away. Kirby just showing off her stuff at the end of the series. There she goes. She's such a good mom and protector. And then definitely click that follow me link down below if you want to join Discord and talk to that community and me every day, or see me live on Twitch. I love you guys. Thanks for having this journey with me, and I will see you next time to see what these pups look like all grown up. Bye!